And that is when we say you are a person of what? Value. Value is what? Something that is useful to another person. So when you're making your content, it's valuable to this person. And again, identifying if your audience, where dream meets reality. Where reality meets dream. You should say something, you should explain things in simple ways that people will understand it. Right? People work with people that make things very simple for them. For me, if I want to buy something, let's for this, I want to buy this shoe from you now. And you're telling me, visit my website, come back here, do this one. I'll just leave you. Don't have it. So when you're making it difficult for a client to buy, it's already a no for the person. So in communicating or in passing your message, make it simple. When you shoot your video, listen to it yourself. Do you even understand what you say? Ask another person. Does this video make sense? Imagine that you are the investor. How is this sounding? So don't present your content like just the way you want. Present it in such a way that somebody will watch it and understand it, that will make the person to reach out to you. Alright? So recently I started paying attention to it. Right? Why so many people are visible. So I read one book like that, where the person was talking about content. That some people's content are leaving their audience scattered or not. Some people's content are not making their audience to understand what they are saying. Do you understand? So it will to be as if they are despairing them away or taking them scattered. But some people's content that understood these things I'm talking about marketing, knowing your audience, inspiring interest, and then solving a particular solution for a particular audience in a simple way that they understand, they attract people to themselves. So another way you can measure your content is when you have done content for you, right, and you feel like people are not reaching out to you, go back and revisit the way you shoot your videos or the way you explain your content. Because at the end of the day, sales is what? It's a game of numbers. Just like we did here. For somebody to buy from you, you have to get at least these people to reach out to you. So when you go through your content and you have identified for the past 5 months, nobody reached out to you, don't you think something is wrong with your message? Do you understand? This is where you now sit down and design. So it's only a fool that keeps following something and so that the thing is not working and still doing it. Right? I don't mean it to be bad way, but when I was talking about goals, I said that your goal, that you not meet your goal, does not mean that your goal is not valid. It means that you still have some learning to do to be able to achieve your goal. Or you still have some capacity to build for you to be able to achieve your goal. You understand? So when creating your content, after a while, analyze it. For me, what I used to check content is in the number of people that are reaching out to me. If people are reaching out to me. At the end of the day, you should have inquiries. How many people reach out to you to make an inquiry? Right? Because whether we like it or not, we are business owners. In our different, being a realtor, you're already a business owner. So at every point, you are checking if your business is making money or not, or what is affecting the business. That's why most of us don't sleep, because every time we're looking, what should we do today? What should we do tomorrow? How do we get people to reach out to us? Because it's this food that's going to give us the money. Right? So when you are doing your content, after a while, check what you are doing. Is it aligning? Are there some things I'm supposed to learn? Right? The problem is not knowing that you have a problem. Like you are doing your thing, and you don't know that you have a problem. But when you understand that you have a problem, that is the first solution to your problem. Understanding that you have a problem. That is when your solution will start coming, because that is when you want to learn how to solve these problems. Are we following so far?
Yes.
So it's important. Content creation is very important, and doing it the right way is another thing, which is what just discussed. Please, if you have questions, those online, those here, going up here. Please, if you have questions, also let me know. All right. The final one, I have more, but let me just. The number 4, sorry, is what? Increasing your visibility. Increase your visibility. Talk about number 1, visit your goal. Number 2, become what? A person of value. Number 3, mastering the art of what? Content, video content creation. Then number 4, increase your visibility. Increase your visibility. So in increasing your visibility is still content that is going to help you to increase your visibility. But right now, there are different tools you can use in increasing your visibility. There are different. We have 2 types of marketing. We have the inbound marketing and outbound marketing, right? The outbound marketing, this is where you go to knock on people's door, right? Telling them that you do real estate in case they want to buy land, right? Those are what? Outbound marketing, where you are reaching out to them directly on their DMs or meeting them one-on-one. Those ones are what? Outbound marketing. Then inbound marketing is the one that they are reaching out to, which is the one we preach more about, right? Now, examples of outdoor marketing is what? Sharing of flyers, right? TV presentations, all of those things. What else? Billboards. Those are examples of outdoor marketing. Then inbound marketing is like online marketing, where you share your content and attract your audience to you, and then what? They reach out to you. Now there are tools you can use to increase your visibility, which number 1 is using Google My Business, using a Google profile. So the goal of visibility is to be findable. Alright? To be what? Findable when people are looking for properties or looking for something real estate. Your videos should be found, or you should be found when they are looking for all of these things. So when you do Google My Business and set it up, you have to do that yourself. Then this other one, you use listing platforms. Listing platforms like what? Gigi, Nigeria Property Center, Property Pro. These are listing platforms that people go to look for properties. Right? Then we have where again, apart from listing platform, where again do people go to search for properties?
YouTube.
They go to YouTube, Abby. social media channels like YouTube, Facebook, just search property for TikTok. TikTok is becoming like a search platform this period. Even me, sometimes if I want to look for something, I just go to TikTok to search for it. Yeah, so TikTok is another search platform. What increasing your visibility means is that for any of these channels, you should be what? Found. You should be what? Visible. You cannot be too good and nobody knows you. Right? If you are good, if you are doing all of these things and you are not posting it, how will people reach out to you? Through what? Through your dreams? They will reach out to you through your dreams. Or they will not look at you and say, this guy needs a client. Needs a client. Or they will see, they will say, this guy, okay, let's go and see that plot now. So you want them to read your mind, Abby? So increasing your visibility is being heard and being found. Being heard and being found. So that anytime people are looking for anything real estate, your videos should come. Right? People should be able to see you. People reach out to me from TikTok too. They say, I was searching for land buying in Enugu, and they saw my video. They're not making inquiries. Those things shows that you can be what? Found. And also that your content is also what? Useful. You're being valuable. Right? So you have to what? Be what? Visible. This visibility is like the currency right now. The ability to acquire attention and trust for free is the highest skill somebody should have right now at this age. So being visible is a skill that you need to acquire. And these days, being visible, right? I mean, we talk about content creation and the right way to create content. We get that, yeah. So now, being visible is that you are posting it on the right channels where people are going to search for properties. Now, for someone that will say, which one should we use? Should we use YouTube? Should we, if possible, be in all of them? But first, build in one and then spread across other places. Build in one platform and then spread across other places so that people will at least find you any point, anytime that you are searching for properties. So for Google, in fact, Google your name right now. Let's see what you will find. Google your name. What is this? Blessings of Abraham. Okay. Blessings and Abraham. Blessings of Abraham. Oh my God. What is this?
I saw my videos like the record of the professional mistake of water system engineer these days.
Okay. You see that you're the one that intentionally.
Affordable lands and property in developing areas, particularly in the capital city of Abuja and Enugu State.
See, if you know that AI now is driving information from what you post to arrange a profile for you.
I'll post this.
Do you understand? So you have to intentionally always talk about what you do. There's something I've learned from successful people, especially some of them I follow online, is that once in a week they talk about what they do. Some of them they go as far as sharing their story again and how they become the person they are every single week. So I feel that thing is shaping their profile too. So that when somebody is looking for something like that, their profile is appearing. So that is what you too should go and do with your profiles. That's why you should be mindful of what you are posting. Don't have a dragging thing. Profile.
Yeah, the worst.
Alright, so you have to be intentional with it. Intentional with what you post, both on your status. Right? So that you build your brand. Personal brand is another thing. I feel what people term as personal brand is not what it really is. Personal brand is who you are already, and then making it very known to other people. Alright, so that should reflect in your profiles, across your social media platforms. So increasing your visibility will also give you the chances to make more sales. I mean, people go to all these platforms, listing platforms. People still go to Property Pro, Nigeria Property Center. But I think those ones are paid versions. For you to list property there in Nigeria Property Center, you have to pay. Even GG. For you to be popping, you have to pay. But these things are very, you can as well position yourself in those areas. Remember, our goal is to attract them wherever they are, whether they are on GG, they are here, be able to and get them to buy at the end of the day. So these are channels you can use to increase what your visibility. You can also sponsor ads, right? But before you sponsor ads, some people used to ask me, I ran ad and nothing. Before you sponsor ads, I think you should be giving out value. It's not when you want to sell something, that's when you sponsor ads. Even in value marketing, where you are sharing something meaningful or something useful to your audience, you should sponsor ad on that one. Do you understand? Imagine you sponsor ad on something on a video where you are talking about 3 things you need to do to avoid losing your land after buying, something like that. Number 1, secure it with fence. So when you do all of those kind of videos, sponsor it with that. People will be like, oh, they'll be more interested than nobody likes to be sold. Like, nobody likes to buy anything. So, but when you come, if your ad is running with value, right, they will be more interested. They will visit your page to look up to you. They will even follow you. They will not start paying attention to what you are posting. So when you now post something they like, they want to buy because they feel like you have taught them enough. Like people trust teachers. People trust teachers. That's why my first year of real estate, I focused more on teaching. Right? I was teaching a lot. And that's why at a point I was not making money out of it. Because people will call me to consult me for a property they want to buy, even outside Enugu. Oh, this property has a CO4, how do we go about it? I said, okay, for us to continue this conversation, we have to send you some notes to me. And they are willing, because if I don't guide them, they'll go and lose millions. Do you understand? So imagine that. That's why when you say a real estate consultant, people should be consulting you. So, but if you're a real estate consultant that is always shouting, talking about come on buy, how will people consult you? Do you understand? So teach. So when you are sponsoring, I sponsor out on an educational content. Sponsor out on an educational content, and it will do better than when you are sponsoring ads for people to come and buy the land.
Thank you very much for the class. So here's my question. So I used to think, okay, that everyone is a target audience and all these things, but then I started to like that I must have a target audience and all these things. So I had to choose a target audience, local investors and aspiring entrepreneurs. But at the same time, I still feel like I still need to like probably focus on diaspora because they said diasporas and all of those things. So I just want you to just talk a bit on that. How do I really stick with these guys? Because they're the ones I really want to have. And the second question is, when it comes to the content you talked about, lead attraction, lead nurturing, and lead conversion, right? How do we structure this content? Like how often do we post it? Yet, so that those people that are coming in, start learning small. Those people that have been there, like I don't know, like how do we really?
Okay, let me start with the first one. The first one is how to stay focused. I think your product and your goal will help you to know the way you need to focus on. So if I want to focus on, say for instance, involve city now, for instance, and I want to attract Nigerians in diaspora, right, that will be able to buy this involved city. So I'll just focus on them. And the problem is that most times it feels like the other people are selling, the other people are buying. I mean, it happens. But when you stay focused to a particular audience long enough, they will come to you. But if you do it today and tomorrow you feel like let's look for these other people, and you start scattering your energy. Meanwhile, what you focus on grows. What you focus on grows. For me, I would say 99% of my clients are Nigerians in Nigeria, right? Because I focused on them long enough, right? And what I normally do, like I said, I'm educating them, right? I'm inspiring them, and then at the end they get to now what? Reach out to me. It also boils down to your content that you're putting out. So it's hard, but it's called the blue ocean strategy. Right? Blue ocean strategy is where the ocean is still blue because other people have not come in. A lot of people are already there, so you have to carve out your own and focus on them or work on them. So first, it will work on you before it will work for you. So it's now the ability to stay long enough for it to work for you. That is where the patience comes. Do you understand? So that is that. So it depends on the property that you. So most times, when I started, they were telling me these things, so I'm not here. Somebody will call me, I want land in MNN, buy and build, I will run, it. I'll go and look for land in MNN. First of all, I'll get back to you. I want this one, I will run. House for rent, I am there. This one, I am there. At the end of the day, it is draining my energy. I'm not serving anybody. I'm exhausted. I'm like, at the end of it, I don't want to. So what did I do? I just saved my energy from those distractions. Right? Because I was not meeting up. People that want rents, I don't have direct contact of the houses. I have to call another agent, to call another agent. At the end of the day, it will be 100K that will come out, or maybe 5K will not reach me. Because agents are carrier. So I just now withdrew myself from rent. So it is important, one thing that is going to help you is positioning yourself in a particular place. There's a lady that I know, what she does is first time buyers. What's her name on Instagram? Is it the Queen of Cash Flow? She does first time buyers. So that is where she focuses on. If you want to buy land for the first time, she keeps talking about it. She sponsor ad on them. She keeps talking about it and she's selling.
And there's one I know, she focused on women.
Do you understand? So it is important you just choose a particular audience. And that is where over time you attract those people. Because the truth is that you cannot serve everybody.
Yeah.
If you try to serve everybody, you will not serve anybody. And you'll be broke. So just focus. It's hard, but you have to. So what is it?
Second question is for the lead and attraction content and production.
Okay. Lead attraction comes first. If you don't attract me, who will you not your content? Right? So the first content will be lead attraction content. Sometimes over time you now break it down. So lead attraction content. These are the educational content I'm talking about. Update content. The content are going to bring the people to you. They are educational content. update, city update I was talking about. What is it called again? City tour. These are city tour. These are the attraction content. These are the content that is going to get people to come to your page, right, or visit your platform. This content, right? Then it's when you do this lead attraction, then lead nurturing. Lead nurturing is now where you are posting all this site inspection, where you are delivering documents, because these people have attracted them. You want them, they have known you now, you want to get them to like you, right? So it's likely that this lead was nurturing. So this lead nurturing, this is where you're now showing testimonial videos, lifestyle videos, where you do a day in your life, right? Which other videos? The rest of them that
Right.
Then lead conversion. This is where you now do property videos. You have attracted them, you have done all of these things. You now do what? Property videos. Where you now present properties that you have available for sale. This is where you talk about the properties in different dimensions right now in under lead conversion. This is where you talk about them, and then get it. This is where they are not interested in this particular property. You now take them for inspection. After inspection, you follow up. Sometimes you don't have to follow up again for inspection. The person is paying, right? But after inspection, it's either you continue following up or they pay after a while, right? So this is what your lead conversion. So lead conversion. So how to balance it? I usually do say you do 60% this, 20% this, 20%. Do you understand? This should be more, because they are the ones that are going to attract these people to be in your pipeline. So at every month, you sit down, design your content, right? That 60% of it is this, one, and in between it, you are not posting. You are posting testimonial. You are posting your properties. But more of it should be education. So that is how we balance it. More of it should be educational. The truth is that your educational content will actually attract those people attract those people that have the problem that you're trying to solve. You understand? So 60% is 20% nurturing, 20% lead conversion. Is it clear? Any other question? We have questions.
It went off. Where is that from? Leave that from
We have questions online. So at the end of the day, for you to be able to make massive sales, it's first having a goal. Because it is this your goal that will help you have activities that you are running after every single day. If you don't have a goal, you'll just be doing randomly. Or if you make one sale, you may not go and sleep because you feel like you have made enough. But if you have a goal to keep pursuing you to achieve more, you know there's always to achieve. Right? So when you have a goal, that's where the strategies come in to become a person of value, to start creating content in alignment to your goal. Right? So we use 30 million as instance, right? Like if you want to make 30 million in the next in the next 5 months, or 6 months, right? What are you going to do? So we broke it down. 30 million divided by 6, that is 5. 5 million, right? So it means that for every month you have to make at least 5 million, which means you have to sell at least 50 million worth of properties. Yes, worth of properties. So it is this, how will you make 5 million now? That will now bring your attention to the properties that you're going to sell. Do you understand? And then that property will now be telling you which people can buy this property. Right? For if you want to make 5 million, we use properties like Safe Haven, Grand Omega, and what? Evolve City. Which audience can buy these properties within 1 month? Now, most times you may not be able to achieve it, but it will also keep you, it will help you to build the capacity of somebody that can make that money with time. And that is where we talk about faith. Right? It is in doing the activities that is going to help you become the person that can make that 5 million, right? Because it will involve a lot of learning. If you want to create educational content, you know you cannot create it randomly, right? You have to understand it first. So by the time you understand it and shoot a video, shoot it for like 30 days, you are no longer the same. You're no longer the same person, because your knowledge bank will expand. You become more knowledgeable, and you see that something that was difficult for you to answer at the beginning of the year when the client reached out to you, will become very simple for you not to answer. Do you understand? Because you are studying. One thing about content is that to make you to study, because you cannot come and say crap. If you say crap, people will leave you. People will not reach out to you because they say, "I think there is this talking crap." Nobody will come and tell you, but it is going to show in your outcome, right? So it will not help you now. If you are talking crap, it will not help you now to go and learn communication, right? It will not help you to go and study that stuff before you talk about it. Before you teach C of O, you should be able to understand what C of O is. Abi?
Yeah.
So when a client now calls you, because one thing that usually affects our sales is when client reaches out to you and you're not able to answer the person's objection. I'm not going to C of O, I'm not buying. But C of O is not like the main document in a property. That is where you know. If you don't know it, you cannot educate the person. So you say, "Oh, sir, I understand," but you explain. Oh, C of O is just like you having a doctorate degree. Meanwhile, the main thing that will help you to get this doctorate degree is your deed, and it's the deed that is going to transfer ownership from the person that sold to you that is buying. Do you understand? So at the end of the day, C of O is not the major thing, because a property will have a C of O and it has
Issues.
court cases.
Encumbrances.
Encumbrances. It sounds silly, right? So, because you are not knowledgeable enough, so this is what your goal is supposed to be doing for you. Because before you create that content, you have to sit down, study it. What I used to do that time is that if I want to talk about C of O, I'll watch like 3 people's videos that have like highest views on their channel. And then once I understand it, I will now on my camera and explain it the way I understood it. So now when I post a property that does not have a C of O, I said, "Oh, I want the one that has a C of O." I will not answer you. Right? And you now educate the person, because obviously the person does not know what he's supposed to look out for. This is where another content will also come in. What to look out for when you want to buy a property. What's the most important document you get in the land? That is the content of it all. You talk about it. Deed. Could be a deed of assignment, deed of anything. You know there's a deed of gift.
Yes.
Right? Some people don't know it. If somebody gives you a land, the person is supposed to give you a deed of gift. Right? So these are what? Educational content. What people don't know. And you constantly talk about it. you become an authority now. Right? So, I'm in Brody Global, thank you. So your goal is supposed to help you do that. To help you to become the person that can answer questions. You know, it is in certainty that the client can make a payment while on the phone. I've closed the gist on the phone. We were talking and I was making transfer. It's because of certainty. Because I'm explaining things with confidence. And how does that confidence came about? It's because of my knowledge. So when I'm saying go and learn about things, right? When you want to do a content on a particular topic, go and study about it. And the thing is that you don't have to do it. You don't have to reinvent it. Basically, just understand what the person says and say it in your own terms, in your own words, and in the way you talk. Because the way I sound is not the way you sound. One powerful or unique thing about us is our personalities. And it is our personality that is supposed to be showing in our content. Right? That's why somebody will watch your video, watch my movie, and prefer to call you. Because just like your personality. And that is where God's grace comes in. There's nothing you can do about it. Right? So your personality is supposed to be showing in your content as well. So when you learn, when you are knowledgeable, you'll be able to handle objections. Right? You'll be able to handle objections. If you are not able to handle objections, you will remain there. You won't grow. Alright? You won't be able to grow. So that's what your content is supposed to be doing. To help you to build what? Capacity. To help you to become the person that can make, to achieve that goal, or make the money that you have set for yourself to do. Alright? Remember I said you should make it realistic. Don't say because we say 30 million. The number I say 30 million. Meanwhile, you have not seen 100K commission before. Right? You can start with what your mind can carry. Right? If your goal is why is Victor shaking your head? Right? I mean, it's good to dream big, but don't dream big that is shutting your brain down. That will not make you to be living on hope. Do you understand? Yeah. Hope is not a strategy. So when you are dreaming big, dream big that is something that you can attain. It's reachable, it's attainable. So that is what I'm trying to say. Then over time, what happens is even that once you hit that goal, the bigger one will not say, we can do this now. What are you talking about? What is 10 million? What is 1 billion? We cannot do. Before if I hear 1 billion, my brain will win, like alarm. No. What's it now? I tell you my goal there. Because whether we like it or not, we are selfish. So what helps is that once you start with that small one, to start opening your mind. So that is what you're supposed to do. And again, like I said, the major thing is allowing it to help you, and allowing it to build you, allowing the goal to build you. Before now, I cannot sit down here and talk, right? I cannot even make a video on the camera. My guy knows me now. I can't even look at the camera and communicate. But because of my goal, I have to make 1 million. So like the time I made my first 1 million, I just grabbed the alert. I was like, joy. Unless I was looking for 5 million alert, like 5 million alert that is together. So that's how it happens. If you receive 1 million, you want to experience this, you want to experience this, you want to experience more. So it's better you start with what your mind can carry. Sometimes you look like, I look looking down on yourself. You're not looking down on yourself. It's what your mind can carry that time. But at over time you build to that person. And maybe if I had said like 1 million naira or 10 million naira go when I've not received 100K, what it would have done is that I would have not become that person that would make 10 million naira. I will not be stuck to hoping that one day. You know that hope is very dangerous. You will not make it one day. You believe that one day you will actually make 10 million. But if you start with small, start building strategies around it, it will come faster than you imagine. Right? It will come faster than you imagine. So, for you to be able to make massive sales in these coming months, you have to become a person. You have to visit your goal, become a what? Person of value, then master content creation. If you are not like creating content, please start it. Start it. I know most of us here are already creating content. Abi? Yes. Abi, yes. So start master content creation, and then what else? Be visible, right? Be visible. Be visible. Don't post today and disappear tomorrow. Don't post today and disappear tomorrow. Don't post in 1 month and in the next 2 months you are nowhere to be found. If you are doing on and off, people will not want to work with you. People will not want to work with you, right? So you have to be visible and what? Consistent.
Sure.
You have to what? Be visible and consistent. Now, people that are going to buy in December, they're already selling contacts right now that they are going to reach out to. And that contact could be me, and it could be you. It could be me, it could be you. But it's depending on what you are doing right now. So your current actions will determine your future. Right? Your current action is also going to determine your future outcome. So if your current action is when you wake up, you will share, you will share, you will share, you share other people's posts other than your own. At the end of the year, you will still blame Tinubu. Do you understand? At the end of the year, you still blame somebody. Right? But when you understand that everything is in your hands, right? Everything lies in your hands. You know that when you wake up, you already have a plan for that day. You are doing this, you are doing that, you are putting yourself out there, you are creating content, you are posting it. It is positioning you for that thing that you are hoping for. Right? So this is where I'm going to do. So once you start doing that, you'll be able to attract people that want to work with you, and that is how in return you make sales. Right? It's in all of these things. These things, they look so common, but they are the things that determine our actual outcomes. Right? If you are not doing anything, there's no outcome for you. And if you are doing the wrong thing, there will be no outcome for you. But if you consistently do the right things and putting in practice all of these things we've talked about, the outcome will always be good. Alright. So that is how we make sales. Another thing I wanted to point out is when people start reaching out to you, please, being visible also is being up and active. You cannot be posting online and you don't have MB. You cannot be posting online and you don't have you're offering your data. You want to sleep. Some people say, by 9 p.m. I've switched off my phone. You are posting online and you're switching off your phone by 9 p.m. And your account is reading minus 0.01.
Dangerous.
Right? Without knowing your account and you're switching off your phone by 9 p.m., who are you impressing? So you have to be active. See, speed. Why people miss deals is speed in response, especially in real estate. One of the things that help me close deals faster is speed of the way I answer. If you message me now, because it's in a foreign number, forget it. Sometimes if I sleep or wake up, I'll say, God, please, no verse. I'll just open my phone and I see message. I'm responding to it. The person will be like, I was thinking when you wake up, I'm already awake. Oh.
I'm up active.
I'm up and active. You understand? Let me tell you what used to
Message
happen.
me by 3, I think.
If somebody wants to buy a property, except he has decided it's your die-hard fan. You know die-hard fans?
Yeah.
They are those people that,
They'll
eh,
wait for you.
whether you move to Cameroon, they are going with you. Whether you move to China, they are going with you. Those ones that your die-hard fans, they have consumed your content as they love you. This one is not like, I have clients that my boss used to call them my ride or die. Because these people, any property I bring out, they have to buy. So these are what you except those kind of people. If not, anybody that is messaging you is messaging like 10 other people that are promoting the same property. And it's the first to respond that they will work with. And how fast the person is responding. So speed is king. Speed is king, especially in real estate, especially in transactions. Don't say, oh, let it not be like I'm hurrying. Hurry! Speed. So, around December last year, I closed one deal. In fact, I think I literally took that deal from one realtor like that. Don't have mission. I mean, speed is king, Abby. So what happened is that the person messaged that realtor. And he was asking the realtor some questions. This was taking like 2 hours before she come and respond to the guy. When he just messaged me that time, I was only responding. He was asking me his question, I was responding. Before you know it, the following day we scheduled for inspection. And the guy was not telling me that. He mentioned the realtor's name, saying he's messaging that realtor, but she's taking time to respond. Do you understand? And that's how we closed the deal within 3 days. Verified and paid. So speed is very important because there are sometimes that some people are reaching out to you, they're also reaching out to other people. But it is in how you are communicating, also how you are communicating, and your knowledge too will also show. That is why it's good to be knowledgeable about what you are saying. So if you are doing, oh, let me just give me 1 minute, I'll come back to you. And he's messaging another person and he's not giving him 1 minute to get back to the person. He would rather work with that person. Do you understand? So these are things, it's called unconscious loss. We don't know we are losing it all, but we have lost it. And we feel like it is okay. We don't even know that it is even the problem first. So when somebody messages you, don't say, oh, let us allow you to cool down. Cool down for what again? Is it hot? Is it hot? Alright, there's this method that said he will allow, let it not be like he's rushing. I say, this is why I'm not closing. Right? So you have to be active online. If you're going to be posting online, right? You have to be active. When people message you, try as soon as possible to respond. Except if they call you and maybe you are busy, you can give the person time. Can I call you back? You say so many minutes more. Can they call you back? The way you reach out to these people, when these people, the way you know, there's no best time for us to make first impression, right? So the way you react to them, or the way you respond to them, will determine whether they're going to work with you or not. So as you're generating leads, right, be active to respond to the leads when they come, right? Be active, prompt response. If you schedule and keep an open-ended conversation. Open-ended conversation is a conversation you're having that you are not saying okay, or you should ask a question that will make the person to respond the next time, or that will give you people another appointment. It's just like adjoining the conversation to another time. So that when you want to follow up on this person, it's not like you're not pushing the person. Do you understand?
Yes.
We should learn that from courts. Courts, when something, they will adjourn it. Do you understand? So, if you're having a conversation, don't end it, except you have collected the money. Except the person has paid, or the person gives you a clear no that he doesn't want. If not me, I'll keep following up on you. Alright? So these things actually work. I've tried it and that's worked for me. Sometimes I'm following up on clients, and I mean, if not following up on hi, good morning, sir, and you go. Who cares? Who cares about your money? So when you're following up, follow up with what? Value. Share updates with them. Sometimes I create things like Google Docs where I talk about maybe 3 red flags or 7 red flags you need to watch out. I'll create it like a dot and I'll share to you. Maybe you reached out to me and you're not convinced yet to work with me. I'll start sharing value with you. Recently I did a video follow-up where I made a video for a particular client and following up. That video, it feels like I'm talking to other people, but it was him. So when following up, follow up with value, give updates. The updates on the side, especially side that are developing, then share, teach them, educate them to like, there was a time I created 7 red flags you should watch out. And I shared it with some people that reached out to me for the first time. I said, oh, I thought we send you this, maybe you can go through this, so that it will guide you anytime you want to buy your land. So at that point, I'm not making it whether you buy from me, but someone is giving you value, you'll be indebted to the person. What happens is that later they will come back. When they are ready, they will not even stress you. They will not say, now you're safe haven, send me the form. They will fill form. This account, right? Job. Meanwhile, you have done the work. So when following up, don't follow how fast. Are you not doing it again? Are you not doing this one again? Right? Follow up what with value. If there are updates that happen around that particular property that you ask you about, you can share it. Oh, this I thought to share it with you. Sometimes they will read and not reach out to you, but they're actually watching. When they are ready, they will call me. Right? There's a person I followed up. He reached out to me in March. He finally filled form then and then ghosted me. This man, I said today not today. I kept following up on him, and he later bought in November. He was not responding to my messages. The day he was now ready, he now called me that he needed this, and I provided it, and that's how it closed. So some of these things don't happen by what chance. You have to work on it. You have to work for it. Do you understand? So when you follow up with value, it also helps you to make sales. Finally is keeping track. If you schedule an appointment with a client, please keep to it. Keep to it. If possible, set your alarm. If you put schedule to talk by 5 p.m., set an alarm before 55 or something, so that by that time you can remind calls you. Don't, because like I said, is that whatever you are doing with that client for the first time is like your first impression. Do you understand? So if you schedule an appointment, do not keep to it. It's already your first impression. And these things we will not know what is going to. That's another day I will get back to you. And you will not know where the problem came from. It's from little things like that. Alright. Another thing is doing site inspection. Please smell nice, look good. Don't be smelling like bush because you're going to the bush. Sorry, I'm trying to do all of this because this class is long, kind of. But these are the things that are costing us our sales and we don't even know it. Imagine your armpit is smelling. You need that very good. It's grinding that on AC is car. You come here for inspection. Is it like somewhere? They're breathing nowhere. And again, don't talk too much. Like doing satisfaction. not be taking client expression and telling him your life stories or how you're going to for the past 10 days. People don't like to buy when they feel bad. Right? Just be in a good mood. I don't mean you should over laugh, over smile. And don't go and be arguing with your prospects. You like Ronaldo, you like Messi, you can be arguing. These are the things. that alone has changed the person's mood.
That's what people are saying.
And you people will not even do. There are some things I don't post. Because I may go and post about Ronaldo and the person like myself. And you will not leave
Very
me.
sensitive.
Very sensitive. He looks very casual and he's very sensitive.
What you going to
Yeah, so these are the things that we're supposed to pay attention to. Just be positive, right? Possible. If possible, just be neutral, right? When you are going for site inspection, don't argue with the client. If you like this person, oh, I mean, what's your problem? What's your own? At the end of the day, is to get the person to pay, right? Because at every slight disagreement may end that deal. And if you keep ending deal, how will you make money? You will fall out of business. Do you understand? So these things, they look very little, but they are the things that is affecting our sales. And again, lying to clients is not necessary. Lying to clients to get them to pay. For instance, property involved literally is fine, and I think the person is after the airport. How? That is the worst. Like, if the person just notices it, he will not even want to do business with you again because you just identify the reliance. Do you understand? So be truthful, be honest, and then be honest in a smart way. Do you understand? Be truthful in a smart way too. Then what else? What else normally cause our sales? And then finally is identifying buying signals. Identifying buying signals. So many realtors don't know when clients is indicating they want to buy. And they will not start suggesting another property to the person. Right? Because it's not good that you attracted this need. Take the route for inspection. And the person is not giving you signal that they are going to buy. And then you do not identify it, you now push the person to another place. The person will just give up. So here is what I mean. Buying signals are things that clients say or the customers say or do that shows that they are interested in that particular property. For instance, you took somebody to a site inspection. One of the ways the person shows that he's interested in the property is when the person is asking questions about the property. So, okay, if I want to go for a plot now, how much is it? That is already a buying signal, right? If how much can I pay in installments? What document will I get? The person is not asking for himself. What is going to benefit if he wants to pay for this property? He's asking things like, so what's the way forward from here now? Don't come and say, oh, if you don't like this one, let me show you another ones that I have in MNA. You know, one thing that usually costs most realtors their sales because they are attached to different, as a marketer, you may have different companies you're working with. And you now want to, because let's say for instance, Brody have 2.5 million naira property, another company have 2.5 million naira, and about 5 companies have 2.5 million naira property. You are supposed to just show the clients or send to the client at least 2 of these properties. Do you understand? If I take you to the first one and it's already showing interest, there's no need of showing the second one. And it's not a must that you have to show him the, okay, only like Roka, let me show you the one in MNA, and the one in Ubo, the one in Nightman, because they have 2.5 million naira, you want to carry the person. You know that by the time the person go to these properties, these 5 properties, he'll tell you I'll get back to you. Because he will be tired, it will be difficult for him to decide. Because so many properties have been shown to him, he doesn't know the what to do. But if we show him at least 1 or 2, and even in the one, and he's already showing signs that he's going to buy, there's no need of taking him to the second one. Close him on that one. So how do you close him? Identifying the buying signals. So it's not when he's showing those green lights that you now say, oh, sir, let me take you to another one. He may say, okay. Because people don't even like to invest, first of all. So they are looking for any slight thing that they will incent themselves for investing. So identify buying signals and then reinforce it and make it easier for them to buy. When you send a client form to fill and the client is saying, oh, I don't have time. You are telling them, oh, you have to fill the form. You have to fill. Why now? Why not make it easier for the person to buy? Okay, so just send your details. You list out the things that the person is supposed to send, name, address, all those things. Send it, I will help you fill the form and submit to the office. This is the account details. Do you understand? Make it easier for the person. Don't say, oh, you have to fill out the form, you have to. And make it, sometimes I don't send the account details. Leave the remaining work, I'll help you do it. Do you understand? So make it easier for them to reinforce the buying signals. You know, when you are talking to a client about the property and he's nodding, or he's looking at you, right? He's looking at you and he's interested in what you're saying. It shows that he's interested. So, as he's interested like that, what you need to do is to grab that interest and then make him to pay. And that is why you should learn how to look at people eyeball to eyeball when communicating. Right? When if I want to ask you for the money, sir, are we locking the plots for you? You don't want to remove his eyes. The answer will come out. Do you understand? So many people are afraid to ask for the money. Meanwhile, it is in asking for the money that is how you get your commission. Have you not been so?
No, sir.
So in closing, you have to ask for it. Ask for it. So, sir, how many plots? Sometimes I will say carry 50 plots. Nah, just that. You just want to know. Okay, sir, see the account details so that. So when you send the payment, do this. I'm asking for the money. Do this. So these are the ways you can actually make a sale. And it's a process. Remember, it's a process. You market, you attract the lead, follow up, you ask for the money, and that's how you close. And before you know it, they will now post Realtor of the month. Yay! Congratulations! People that don't know about this process will be I tap. As you are tapping, also tap the work. Right? There's work to be done. So some people see the glamours of real estate when they are winning cars, winning this. There's work. So you stick to the work, it will work for you. Right? You stick on it, it will work for you. So this is where we come to the end of today's training. Those online, it might help me. I won't forget about them. But those online, if you have any question, this is where we draw the curtains. If you have any question, let me know. If not, call it a day. We have questions, right?
No.
So,
No question.
So from the people here, I want to hear your action plan or your take home from today's training. What is that one thing you start doing from today, from today's training? How am I going to start this? Okay, I'll start with you, ma.
Why are you starting with me? All right. I'm going to say praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Okay, so first I just want to really thank you for taking your time to put us through.
in today's class. So I'm just going to, for my action plan, it has to do with the content creation. So just to find a way that I'll make my content better, so I will get more leads and also hit my targets audience. Already I know my target audience, which is diasporas, Nigerian diasporas. So just to find a way, while you were explaining, a couple of thoughts was coming into my mind, and one of them is just to find a way to position Enugu as one of the sought after cities in the southeast where people can buy property because of a lot of the movements happening. So that's what I'm going to focus on. Thank you.
What I'll be doing from now is my content is kind of like just it's not organized at all. So that's what I'm taking. That's what I'll be taking this, and I'll even create a timetable for the content so I can. Yeah.
All right. Mr. Ubuja.
Well, I don't even know where to focus, but then I've learned a lot, especially with regards to content creation, especially the different types of content. So I've discovered from this that there are a lot of, I've actually set out some content, but I've now seen some gaps. Now, sometimes you post contents and you don't see a commensurate results. You begin to wonder what's content, but so what is the gap, the problem? So now I see that there are areas I've not done well that I need to improve. Especially these educational, content, in that educational content especially. Because these are the things that will, like what you said, this talked about eat. And that area especially, I'm really interested in that area because it builds your authority. That first one, exactly, expertise, your authority and trust. And once you have this, I mean, that explains the reason why people will be coming to look for somebody. But there are other people who may even be cheaper to get, but they want you because you have the authority, and they are coming to you not because of any, not because they love you as such, but because there is a value that you deliver that other people may not deliver. Thank you for your teaching.
Yeah, thank you very much.